We are on day 4 of knowledge, digitization, and monetization business model. Good evening, everyone who joined in. Gautam, ML Sabu, Nayanar, Prashant, Pravina, Ratanlal, Saurav, Suchi, Sujata, Vinita, Vishwapriya. Yes. So thank you so much. How was your day? How have you been doing? I hope things are fine at your end. Anybody and anyone from Chennai, Pondicherry, I hope you're safe. Okay. So let's get started. Welcome, Vishaka. All right. So let me give you a quick recap on what we have done so far. Right. This is the knowledge digitization and monetization business model, and there are three stages in this business. Right. First is digitization. Right. Whatever you know, you digitize it. Digitization can be in the form of text, it can be in the form of audios, it can be in the form of videos, or all three modes, right? So, is there anyone here who does not want to create a digital course? Because I got some inputs. So let me know. Is there anyone here who does not want to create an online course, but simply would want to digitize their knowledge and create YouTube videos or simply write blogs, right? So let me know in the chat box. Okay, let me know in the chat box. Is there anyone here I mean, because the agenda of this, the whole thing that I'm teaching here is how to create your knowledge into online courses so that you can monetize it as well. So through your YouTube videos also you can monetize, but that is a little longer route. Okay. The thing that I am trying, the business model that I am going to give you is you have business in your control. All your finances, all your systems, all your data is in your control. Your list, the people who sign up and are subscribers to your YouTube video. See, you don't get even if you have 1000 subscribers, you don't have the database of your subscribers. And your list, the name and email ID of people who learn from you is your asset. It's like gold. How gold you keep, right? That email ID and phone number is your gold. So it is very important that you have control on your business, and that is what I'm trying to teach you here, right? So there are three stages of your growth in the knowledge business. First stage is the digitization or digitalization. Whatever you know, it's time to convert it into tangible digital products. See, even a PDF document is a digital product. Even a podcast is a product. Even a video is a product. A course, which is a systematic, sequential, step-by-step learning for someone, you can actually create a beautiful course, which is a very sequential, systematic learning, right? So this is what the knowledge business is all about. Whatever subject matter expertise you have, it's time to convert it into digital products because they become your digital assets and they will stay on this planet forever. Okay, data will stay, right? Whether you are there or not, that data is there, right? Think and Grow Rich, Napoleon Hill, his book, the family is still getting the royalty of the book, right? So you're creating your own book, you're creating your own digital courses. So it's very important that it is not necessary that you want to create a business out of it. You may be someone who has a lot of knowledge which you can give to your next generation as an inheritance. Okay, build your legacy, you can give it as an inheritance, right? So there is a lot in store. So what we started with is what are the challenges that you faced, and most of the challenges are in your control, the internal challenges. The external challenges, like no lack of know-how of digital skills, don't know the new age salesmanship skills. One second, guys. Okay, guys, sorry about that. So I think there was some notification sound that was coming in. So I was just checking from where it was coming. All right. So we looked at your lack of external, lack of digital know-how, sales, new age salesmanship, the language of the digital world, and how to shift from offline to online are your real challenges. Rest all challenges, lack of time, lack of money, lack of clarity, lack of confidence is all in your control, and that can be worked upon. Right? I mean, whereas these things are really, you need external help. These are external challenges, and you need external help to be able to resolve these challenges. Right? So it is very important that you change the game plan, the way you are doing things, especially COVID-19 and 2020 and beyond. You must know the language of the digital world as much as it is necessary to know. Learn the new age salesmanship skill, which is law of the online world, which is give first to gain or get. Okay. And then we looked at what it takes to create a high converting course. First of all, which course to create, what course to conceptualize, which is the course among so many things that you can offer. You are multi-talented, you can create multiple courses. So which is the course that you should be creating from the list of courses that you have to offer? For that, we looked at your unique serving proposition, which is your story. Your story makes you unique, right? And we also said replace the word selling with serving in the online world. If you want to leverage the online world, you have to replace the word selling with serving, because selling is an outcome of serving. Operate from the mindset of serving over selling, right? Then we looked at my GPS technology, the gain pain solution system, right? So what gains are you giving to the problem or pain areas of your target audience with your unique system? Why system? So that you can replicate the results not only for one or two, for all your customers, right? It should not be by chance, it should be systematic and scientific, right? Your delivery, taking somebody from point A to point B, what is the vehicle? How will you take them from point A to point B? Someone has come to you with X skills and you said you will give Y skills. So how will you give them, how will you take them from X to Y? What is your strategy? What is your system? What are the things that you will be doing? Because that way you are creating a system which is replicable, repeatable, and that system makes your whole business independent of you. So the change of game plan is becoming truly independent, even independent of the self, yourself. And that's how you create great businesses, right? So we also looked at to decide which course you should create. What are the 6 P's? Is your passion serving a problem, and for whom it is serving the problem, the persona of your target audience, right? And is there a potential to that problem, the course that you can create? Is it solving a problem for many people in the world, or it is only for few hundreds or people, and there are only few hundreds of people who need that particular solution? So is it worth creating that course, or it makes sense to just simply do free knowledge sharing? So these are the calls that you will have to take, right? So that is why from your offerings, it is very important to see that is your passion serving a purpose, solving a real pain in the market, pain for many people, and are people willing to pay you for that? So what is the potential payment persona, problem, your passion, problem, persona, payment, potential, and pleasure? So basically, finally, the pain that you resolve should give pleasure to your target audience. And what is the pleasure they are getting? And you can also be in the business of either solving a pain or in the business of solving of giving pleasure. So now that pleasure word has got 2 meanings now, right? You can be in the business of pleasure, like travel is a business of pleasure. Dining is a business of pleasure. Restaurant food is a business of pleasure. It can be a business of pain also. Those who don't want to cook, it is a pain. I don't every day they don't want to cook. So getting food from outside is helps them resolve a pain of cooking, but it is also a pleasure, pain as well as pleasure. So, but all in all, you are trying to give pleasure to your target audience, okay, whatever it is. So there's a 6th P, which is a new thing which I have added in this batch. All right, so that's about it, right? So now next thing is, how will you guarantee that transformation, and what are the how will your customers gain for you from you? So which course to create? You have to look at the pain that you're addressing in the market. How will your customers benefit? You have to describe the gain they will get out of your offerings. Okay. And how will you guarantee the transformation from point A to point B? With your system. And how will you make sure that whatever work you are doing is in right direction with the help of doing real time, what do you say, check, get an expert review, right? So these are the four things that we had covered. And we spent a lot of time on day 2, day 3, giving you personal clarity, coming up with your unique service proposition, listing down the pains you are solving, listing down the gains you can give, what is that one big problem you are solving, then what is the one final, maybe more outcomes can be there, but we want the outcome of your offering. So if somebody is a shy and introvert, they come to your program and you're saying, I will make you a public speaker, then what is the end outcome of that? What happens when somebody has shifted from being a shy introvert person to a public speaker? What have you done to his life? That's the final outcome. He's got more recognition, he's getting appreciation, he's become self-confident, right? He looks up to life, he likes to meet more people, he's trying to build relations, he's trying to get more connections, he's getting visibility, he may get a better job. So many things are there. What is the outcome of taking somebody from point A to point B? It's very important because people buy outcomes. And whenever you write the pain, it is from the customer perspective, not from your perspective. What pain you are solving in the market, to write that, you have to get into the shoe of the customer and become that person for whose pain you are solving, and start thinking on what is it that they are going through, what are they feeling, what are they thinking, what are they doing. So the pain statement that you will be right is what your, from your customer's perspective. Gain also from your customer's perspective, because everybody is buying a solution for themselves, the outcome they want, what's in it for them. So your language from now henceforth, instead of saying, I will be able to do this with you, you have to change it to, you will get. Okay. That itself is a huge insight. Okay. All your communication will be what they will get rather than what you provide, because what they get is what you are providing. This is what they will get from you. So not, instead of talking about the features of your offerings, you have to talk about the future your customers will get once they come to you, once they get your course or whatever offering you have, whatever product solutions that you have, services, whatever it is, right? This is the language of the marketing world. And this is the language of the digital world. Givers gain, law of the digital world. Givers gain. So everything is about giving. So that is why when you think about what they will get rather than telling what you will give, right? So that's about it. Make sense, guys, so far? So first of all, I would like to, no, not required. You don't have to worry about, Aman is asking, how do we connect the 6P of the personal clarity sheet? That's not needed. That is an add-on that I have done. Your outcome is the pleasure. The outcome is a pleasure, right? When you came to my program on before day 1, you were in certain challenge pain. Now, whatever you have experienced with me in these 4 days now or this week with me is a pleasure. Correct? It's a customer delight can be put into pleasure, or outcome of my offering is a pleasure, because you've got a lot more than what you have come for, right? So yeah. So first of all, I want to acknowledge Ratan Lal for his awesome insights, powerful insights that he captures every day. Thank you so much. I love your work. You're picking up the right set of insights, wisdom. That means you're a great learner. So good, super awesome. Okay. A big shout out for you. Thank you so much. All right. So let me now share the screen. So today's agenda is how to build your content bank. Okay, how to build your content bank and how to create your course. Okay, that's the agenda for today. Your low ticket offering. I have lots of ideas. Now you don't have to necessarily Do whatever I am telling you. It's not that whatever the way I am doing these sessions, you have to do like that, because I heard some people saying that I can't put so much effort. No, it is not about that. This is my way because I am at a very different stage doing different set of things. So you can simply, you will have to, there are a lot of ideas I have. There are a lot of strategies which can be made specific to you. Okay, this is a generic program where I have to address the needs of different set of people. So whatever is applicable to everyone is what I'm covering. So you don't, you model only what's, you just take ideas, strategies that's relevant for you. Okay. So let's get started with today's session. All right. Um, 1 minute. So now in the personal clarity sheet, right? In the personal clarity sheet, so I am not going to be going as per this. I'm just simply going to take example and show you so we can finish it a little faster also. Okay. So in the personal clarity sheet, let us look at the sheets that were submitted yesterday. Who had written good outcomes? See, because I am reviewing so many sheets. Somebody had written better outcomes, so I like their outcomes. So I said you have written good gains. No, mind map you will not get. That's my life's work. It's not part of the program. You will not get the mind map. Okay. That's very proprietary to me. Okay. So somebody had written very good outcomes yesterday, and I said I like the gains that you have written. Who was it? I can just take that example. Saida, are you there? I know yesterday it got too late. But whatever inputs that I have given to everyone is applicable to you also, Saida. Indrajit ji, I saw your work. Even you will have to revise. Look at yesterday's recording after 10 p.m. After 1 hour, you can, whatever work has been reviewed, it's applicable to everybody. Go through that and fine tune your work. Okay, because more or less same comments are there for your work as well. Okay. I want to just take one example of one of the person who had submitted the yesterday. I had given a comment that I like the work that you have done. So let's take this one. Okay. So let's take boost the confidence of a child. Okay, let's take this boost the because nobody's responding. Somebody had written beautiful outcomes. Okay, I loved it. The gains was very nice. So I just wanted to pick one of them, but now because we don't have that, I'm just going to pick one of these. So what we are going to do today is learn how to create content bank. Now this once this foundation is set, okay, once this foundation is set, when you have your clarity on gain, pain, system, even if you don't have clarity right now, there were a couple of questions that came in. I will address that little later. Aman had a question and somebody else had a question on system. So I explained that enough yesterday. You may have to go and re-look at the recording, okay? But I will answer. I have something to share there. I will answer that. So now once you have listed the pain and the gain, once a final outcome is the end goal, okay? But even gains are good place to start with, right? You with this course, her course is going to boost the confidence of the child. So this is a outcome. Boosting the confidence of a child is a good outcome, right? So how do you build a content bank? We are going to build 100 question bank, content bank. So I'm going to show it for one, and you will do as an assignment for one outcome. And then outside these 5 days with me, you are going to be on your own and building the content bank. Okay. So take this outcome, go to Google. Can you see my screen? Because I did a screen share, not just an application window share. So are you able to see my screen? Are you able to see Google on my screen? Yes. All right. So pick one outcome. That is why it is very important to write good outcomes, because and gain statement. See, gain, benefit, result, outcome all mean the same, but outcome is a more powerful word, because outcome is the end outcome. I gave a lot of examples yesterday. You would have to go and watch. Yesterday's session was over 3 hours 7 minutes. Please go and revisit that video, because I've covered everything there. I don't want to repeat again. All right. So watch the, so pick up one good outcome. That is why identifying, listing down all the pains of the customer, then choose top 10 good pains. For those pains, what is your solution? List the gains, and then gains. After that, question yourself, what will happen when the confidence of the child gets boosted? When you answer these questions, the outcomes will emerge. Okay, because people buy outcomes. Okay, and that is a very powerful state to be in. Even your gains are good to go, but I want you to write outcomes, and I can't take it beyond this point right now. Okay, so let's say your outcome is boosting the confidence of the child. So what you do, go to Google and type boost the confidence of the child, or you can say how to boost the confidence of the child. So now see, Google is only telling you, make Google your partner. Okay, it's time to make Google your partner. It's time to make internet your partner, business partner, where you don't have to pay anything. So see, what are the other questions people are asking in this space? How to improve the confidence of a child, how to increase the confidence, how to improve confidence, how to increase, how to boost confidence, or more or less same is there. So none of the questions are making sense to us. So let's look at this. How do you explain confidence to a child? This is a good question. So now I like this, right? So let me take here this into notepad. So I have two questions. One basic question I have, how to boost the confidence of a child, or simply boost the confidence of the child, and it will give us questions what people are asking. Why these questions are listing? Because people are asking these questions. So that is how you create a high converting question bank and high converting course, because you know what people are asking, and whatever more people are asking will come in Google. Here, I mean, upfront, right? So either you make a scrapbook, that is what I was talking about, scrapbook. Whatever you like, you keep on making whatever you like. You may like 100 questions for this particular itself. Do your R&D here, okay, and come back and type here. How do you explain confidence to a child? And before that, our question itself was a good question. How to boost the confidence of a child? That itself is a question, right? Now, I like that among all these questions. Rest I don't like. How do you explain confidence to a child? I like that. What causes low esteem in a child? A very good question. What to say to encourage a child? I don't know if you want that, but if you want it, take it. Okay. Okay. So whatever you like, how do you help an insecure child? See, look at this. What to say? Just simply copy her. You can copy all the questions and then do your. It's a scrapbook. Whatever ways work for you. Okay. What are right questions? Keep that. What are not right questions? Remove that. This is how you are going to find out what people are asking. And if you go at the end, there are again how to build self-confidence in a child. How to make your shy child confident. Very good question. Copy it. Right. How to raise confidence, whatever activities to build. So what are the activities you can do to build the confidence of a child, right? So very good question, right? What activities to build the confidence of a child? And also look at the posts that people have made. 25 things you can do right now to build a child confidence. Catchy headlines. 12 ways to raise a competent, confident child. Okay, just model, don't copy. That is why this is information age. Information is not a problem. If you simply copy paste your system, this is not a business to be in. Just get ideas and use it. You may like some content of a particular. See, that is why you don't have to create your content from scratch. If you can create from scratch, awesome. That is the first approach. But if you feel I don't know what to write, what should be the content, how should I start, okay, I'm not able to come up with powerful words, I want very crisp words, so what should I do, how can I leverage this information age that is available to me and create something that I value, something that I believe in, something that is my insight, something that is my wisdom, and I want to transform someone. So take ideas from this. See, look at this. This itself. Everything is coming here, right? 9 secrets of confident kids. This itself becomes, your article, your video, your podcast, but with your specific content. Okay? So this is called the scrapbook exercise. So now we are looking at questions. You also at the same time look at the headlines and articles. Okay. If you like these, then you copy paste these also, create a new file, catchy headlines, titles for your YouTube video or post, and model it. Don't copy it. Please don't copy it. I'm not asking you to copy it. Create your own content, because people can figure out whether you have copied or it is your own insights and wisdom or your own system, right? So do that. Okay. So 11 tips on building self-esteem in children. So what happens is, if you are using these questions in your article or in your YouTube video in the description, and a lot of people are asking for this, it will start showing up. How these articles have started showing up here gradually. It takes, there is an SEO that needs to be done. That is a very technical stuff which I'm not even talking about. Neither I'm an SEO expert, but I'm just helping you build your content bank to make your content relevant. Relevant not only means giving the target audience what they need. Relevant also means, you know, what right now, what are the questions that are people are asking, what is the top trending questions. Okay, so this is how you find it. Now once you have this, right, so what you do is, I'm just going to give a sample. How do you help a child with how to boost the confidence of a child, how to explain the confidence to a child. So whatever it is, I like some of these questions. So whatever are my final, assuming these are all my final 10 questions, assuming, okay, I'm not picking up I think we can take that. Okay, I like this. What activities? What activities can build the confidence in a child? So I don't want this. How to build confidence in a child at school? How to build self confidence in toddlers? If you are a confidence building expert, you can write everything. Okay, I mean, let's say these are more than 10. We don't want this. This is still how to boost and build. We choose whichever you like, whichever is a better, which sounds resonates with you. Choose that, this or that. Okay. So let's say these are the 10 we got. Okay. I'm just taking, even they're less than 10, I'm going to simply take it. Okay. Now what you have to do is, I have another your next bonus, which is the content bank creation blueprint. Hold on, I'm just opening. I don't know why my file is not opening. I think I'll have to close Excel sheet, guys. My sheet is not opening. Give me a moment, okay? Okay, so you go and you will, whatever is the outcome that we had chosen, boost, I'm going to, now just because I closed all the sheet, I'm just boost the confidence of the child was the outcome or the gain. See, I'm giving you, the wisdom is outcome here, okay? But your gain statements are good to go because you will take a lot of time to figure out the outcome. That's an exercise by itself. Whatever, how your customers are going to gain from your offering is a good place to start with, but it needs to be fine tuned to become outcomes. That is the takeaway that you can have, okay? Boost the confidence of the child. So now what you're going to do is you're going to simply copy that one gain 10 times, okay? Now I think because we have put one line I'm here, that is why we got those breaks there. Okay, that's what you have to do. Okay, now we just took the help of Google, but the same thing you will have. There are many more platforms that you can take help, and in the template it has been given. I'm just going to show you one more, Quora, and one more I can show answerthepublic.com. That is a very powerful tool. Okay, answerthepublic.com. Last batch people had done awesome work with this input, and this itself is a great thing to boost the confidence. Or just put one word, you just say confidence, that's all. Confidence is the word here, right? Confidence is the word here, right? So it will generate a lot of what, why, how questions for you. How confidence affects performance. See how confidence affects sports performance, right? When confidence is low, right? When confidence level increases, right? This can be your, you pick up the, you can pick questions from here. Why confidence is important, the what, why, how, when, will, where, which questions it is generating. You can download it, these questions that it has generated, into a CSV file in Excel sheet. Such part, it's not, the problem is no longer information, it's ideas and strategies. Okay, I'm giving it to you free. Okay, because I'm giving a lot of powerful strategies free to you, and if you're seeking mastery you have to come to me. Okay, because I'm giving you everything that can empower you to be on your own, because I want to reach millions of people and I don't want any dependency on me, unless you definitely your product are valuable, you are in it for a long term, you are seeing your future there. And if you're just doing it as a time pass or a side hustle or just an additional source of income, this is good for you to do whatever work you're doing in a better way, so that you get more customers. That is why I am here to empower you, that at least those who want thousands of students, then you have to come to me. If you want few 10, 20, 50 students with this, all this insight that I'm giving you, you can be on your own. Okay, so yeah, so answer the public, it is going to give you so many powerful questions. See, explore. Okay, I'm giving you the inputs here, just go and explore it, generate, it's a very powerful place. Now let us look at Quora. So how to boost the we can go to simply Quora, or sometimes the Quora articles only open up. So let's go to Quora.com, and because the people are asking these questions, you will come to know what is the most popular question here, right? So you can write that, boost, how to boost confidence of a child. because it didn't take of child of a children, I mean, the more specific you are, that is better. How do we improve kids' confidence? You see, not everything will be relevant. How do you boost the confidence of a child with autism? How do I boost the confidence of a very shy 5-year-old? See, we are seeing people are asking 4-year-old, 5-year-old, 6-year-old. 5 videos you can do. How to improve the confidence of a toddler? I don't know. For a toddler, is confidence a problem? I don't even know. I don't think so. How to boost the confidence of a 5-year-old? How to boost the confidence of a 10-year-old? How to the periods when they will have the switch in confidence. You can have 10 videos on that. Make it very very specific. It can be a very generic how to boost the confidence of a child, but you can always say how to boost the confidence of a 5-year-old child. How to boost the confidence of a 7-year-old child. Okay, you can have 10 videos for that. 5 minutes video, the content will more or less remain the same. How does it matter? Right, you're creating your web presence, you're positioning yourself as an expert in boosting the confidence of a child, right? So go, this is another platform. You get a lot of questions here also. In the side it used to give, I don't know what happened, why it's not giving here. Otherwise see, these are very you have to keep scrolling down, and on the down page it will give a lot more questions, but you've got enough questions to pick up from here, right? You simply see there are questions so many, just simply copy paste like this into notepad. It will not take the link and all. Do your scrapbook kind of a work. Just simply copy, control C, control V, whatever it is, do your research work and generate your content bank that's relevant for your work, right? So that is why when you have written those 10 gain statements, each gain statement you are going to copy 10 times here. Second one 10 times, third one 10 times, like this. The 10 things you copy 10 times, it becomes a 100 question bank, right? And then what are the questions related to that? So if you want to how can you boost the confidence of a child? Because first, on online world, you have to position yourself as an expert in whatever you are doing. And for that, it is important that you do it in a specific strategized manner. And how do you do that? By working on your personal clarity, that now you see how the pieces are connecting together. And that is why how everything should flow seamlessly, and that is the foundation, because everything now will be built on top of that. Because when you talk about boosting the confidence of a child, or boosting the confidence of slow learners, that itself you can put, right? So you have to go specific, because specific is terrific. Boosting the confidence of slow learners itself is your how to boost the confidence of slow learners, right? And then build up all your questions: why, what, how. Have a mix of questions: why, what, how questions. Don't just do how to. Though people are looking for how to, it also makes sense to have some why, what questions also. Okay. And then for this, what happens is we have a lot of insights, knowledge to share. So generally, best is just pick three points. Okay. So your content will be crisp. So how to boost the confidence of a child? Let's go back to the article here. Let us see what people are saying, how to improve kids' confidence. Or we can actually go to our Google sheet, and let's say, let's look at this. And it is one of your content also. You believe that to boost the confidence of the child, it is important to focus on some things or whatever. So this article is saying step back. So, right, so you can use this. I like the step back, right? Let the child flourish, right? I don't want them, my child, I know we are always overpraising kids does more harm than good, right? This is one other point. So if it is relevant, I mean, it's not relevant. I mean, it's not my topic, so you would know better. So let your child take healthy risk. So this is my one knowledge bite. I like this, so I'm going to keep it here. Whatever is my content, I will talk about that. And I like the step aside one also. So let me take that also. I like that. Step aside is what, and then I will fine tune it. This is what I want to speak, right? So this is how I'm going to select what is the most important thing that I want to say, or because that's your inside wisdom bites. Okay. Let them help around the house. Encourage them to pursue their interest. I like this, so I'm going to take this, because even if I want to say, I'm going to but I will fine tune it to my language, my words, right? So you're modeling, you're just taking ideas, because see, it is helping you get get results faster. If you have to create content from scratch, you will be thinking for 2 to 3 hours. In 10 minutes, you are ready with this. Okay. Right. So this is how you will be creating the content bank. Make sense? Make sense? Type in the chat box. How is it so far to you? How is this hack? Excellent. Useful. Only 3 of you are saying. What about others? We have 21 people in the session. Amazing, right? Leverage the power. Make Google your partner. I'm saying make Google your partner. Right? Very useful. See, I used to be doing all these things, but I did not know it can be taught to someone else also. I did not know. When I was going through some programs, I would do whatever I like, words and sentences. I will make a scrapbook out of it. I would put it. I will see this is now what, because it lot of draft work is in progress with that. But I didn't know that how to teach it to someone else. I didn't know it is some. I believe it is common sense for me, but I did not realize it is such a useful thing for others. So that is why I got this from one of my mentors. Right. So it is very important that you, but I have my own insights to it because I was already doing this, all of it, right? So I have fine tuned it. I have still made it more useful for all of you and more, explain in a very simple manner. Get the gains, pay the gain, result, outcome, benefits, whatever you have written there. Copy each of them 10 times, 10 into 10, 100. Write the questions that are powerful questions related to that topic for which you have insight and wisdom. Choose three secrets or three information bites, or not information. This community will not give information. Promise me in the chat box, I will not give information. I will only give transformation. No information, only transformation. NIOT. No information, only transformation. No information, only transformation. Okay. I want all of you to, if you agree with me, type in the chat box. No information is available. No. Why do you think people should come to you? It's all available. Can't they find how to boost the confidence of my child? They're not coming for that. They're coming to see how you can help them boost the confidence of their child with your unique methods, your unique approach, because they want to see result. They want to see the transformation in their child. Right? Great. For sharing, let me see who all have said NIOT. No information, only transformation. Very good. No information. Vinita says, Vishaka says, Ratanlal says, Neha is saying, Deepak Patel is saying, Sushma Arora is saying. Did I miss anyone else? Vishwapriya is saying, right? Very useful, but not for me, as I already have loads of content, 30 plus years of teaching training. No problem at all. No, it is not so. Don't look at it like that. Okay. You have to see, you may be having a lot of content, but is your content in alignment to what is the need of the market right now and how to find out? You may have thousands of things to share, but right now people are asking only top 3 things. So you may be sharing those 3 things that people need right now, maybe some other time, but they need right now, right? So if you want to position as an authority, you focus only on those 3 things to build your influence. You do a Facebook video live on that. You write an article on that, what people are asking more. And it is really, for me, when I do this, some of the questions are so basic. I sometimes wonder, are people asking this also? I am looking at more advanced questions, but I am seeing that when I am searching those advanced questions in Quora, only 2 or 3 people are asking that. And something I'm thinking, it is such a basic question. And I'm scrolling pages after pages after pages after pages after pages, and there are so many people answering to that question. So it's not what you have to offer, it's what they need right now or the market is needing right now, which you have to offer. Can you increase the priority of that content? So you say, use that to build your influence, to position yourself as an expert. Okay. Make sense? All right, great. So this is how you will be creating your content bank. And when you prepare so much of questions, this will not only help you build your influence. Building your influence means writing an article on this topic, creating a podcast on this topic. One question, same question, create an article. Same question, create a podcast. Same question, solution, create a YouTube video. For same question, do a Facebook live. First, post your article on day one. For another, I will be giving you that influence building blueprint or calendar. I don't know whether it is there. I don't think it is part of the 199 WhatsApp. It is not. Okay, but I'm sharing it to you right now. What you do is when you have 100 questions like this, and you have prepared, see, one question is giving you 4 times you can be present on social media. One day, write article. Second day, go and do a video on that. Third day, do the podcast. If you record, see, audio can also be generated from your video. Okay, extract the audio, and if you record using Zoom, you are getting the audio automatically made, right? Audio is coming out automatically, so you make upload that as podcast. So day one, you're doing an article. Day two, you're doing a podcast. Day three, you're doing a YouTube video, watch video, whatever works for you. Okay. Day four, you come on Facebook Live. That you have written these articles and people want to connect with you, talk to you more. Do a Facebook Live on the same question. 4 days, one question. 4 days done. Because if you are consistently on this channel, this is the YouTube. This building your influence on social media for free. Why? Because you want to position yourself as an expert, because then only people will sign up for your programs. Give first to gain. Give. What you know, give. Okay. Make sense? So with this, now you will also know that when you interact with people on Facebook Live, you would know you will see a pattern. You will see a pattern that most of the people are going through this challenge. So that becomes the content of your low ticket course, the tripwire it is called. Okay. It can also become a mini course, a half an hour, 3 video, 10 minute, 3 video, a mini course, which you can use as a lead magnet on your website or whatever. What is a lead magnet? How you have, that is why I asked you to go and look at my website. When you will get you have to give first to get. When you give them a mini course, they will give their name and email ID to, your name. Whoever is showing interest in your offering is gold for you. Okay. So every time somebody is coming to you and you're not capturing them, you are losing gold. So it's very important that how you can create a lead magnet out of this content bank. How can you create a mini course out of this content? What from this should become your tripwire? How should you set the tripwire? I mean, how I have a format for that also. I've actually created that, and I'm going to cover that also today, because tomorrow I will be discussing about tools and everything. Tools, budgets, what is must have, what you can avoid later, and giving the next what do you say, helping you understand the budgets involved in this whole game. Okay, upfront. See, a lot of people say they made 5 lakh, they made 25 lakh, they made 50 lakhs, but nobody questions in the audience, and the people who are doing the programs, they also don't asking how much they had to spend to be able to make 25 lakhs. And I not spend, I will use the word invest. And on day one itself, I asked, if you are opening an offline format, how much is an investment? How much do you think will you have to invest? Okay, I'm opening this question now again. Okay, I will take some, okay, let's not take on a speaker. Just type in the chat box. What do you think? How many, whatever you want to do, if you will set up an offline office, how much minimum investment is needed from your side? Minimum 1 lakh? It is too less actually. Even 2006, when I started my IT firm, that time we had invested 11 lakhs. For what? Just an office space and furniture, sitting arrangement. 2006. Okay, now things have changed. You can get in co-working spaces and all, one seater and all. The time Things are changing. Okay. For my gold and diamond business, I had to invest 2 crores. For an ice cream franchisee that I had taken, I invested 25 lakhs. For an apparel franchisee that I had taken, I had invested 75 lakhs, including interiors, stock, merchandise, and hiring staff. There is something called CAPEX, capital expenditure, and there is something called OPEX, operational expenditure. CAPEX is one time, operational expense is recurring, right? So this is the business. And see, if you are setting up, this is setting up your digital factory. Offline also, if you set up a factory, there is a time to deliver. By how long do you think, when can you make money? And when you set up a physical online offline shop or a factory, there is a time gap when you can make money, right? I mean, if a customer is asking something, first the product needs to be produced. But with this model, you can start earning as soon as next week. This is the best place to be in, guys. I hope you can see the invisible stuff of this business. Okay. See, Romita is saying offline will take 10 to 15 lakhs, online 2 to 3 lakhs. Ratan Lal Agrawal is saying 20 lakhs, Vasim is saying min. So it's a very beautiful space to be in. I'm telling you, lowest investment possible business model. And I am giving you that structure, that when to invest, how much to invest, what should be your initial investment, all that I'm going to be discussing tomorrow. Okay, so this is done. Now I'm also be going to discussing the course content blueprint with you today. Design your digital course. So now we have the outcome, we have the question bank, we have chosen the questions that we will use to build our influence online or on various platforms, on LinkedIn, on Facebook. You can post that article, make a LinkedIn post of your article. You publish your video, share the link in LinkedIn. Right, there are a lot of strategies I have, okay, specific to your needs. These are some generic stuff that I'm talking about, but specific to your needs happen only when you work very closely with me, right? Which is relevant and useful only for your type of offering, right? Now, so how to prepare your, today again, the session is going to spill over because I don't want to do this tomorrow because last time my last day session went up to 3 hours. Like yesterday, our session went up to 3 hours. So I'm going to give you quick pointers here. Okay. So how to create your day one, which is a tripwire, which is a 3-day offering, this is working in the market. This also I learned from my mentor, Siddharth Rajshekar. Okay. So because he helped me with all these, whatever unstructured, scattered knowledge I helped, he really helped me with all of these things. It really gave a structure to whatever I was processing inside me. Okay. So now what you have to do is on day one, your first video will be welcome and context setting. This blueprint you will get, the Excel sheets and all you will all get. Mind map I'm not going to share. Okay. All the blueprints as part of the bonuses I'm going to share. And today you will get both these blueprints, the content creation blueprint and the design your tripwire blueprint, design your awesome high converting curriculum. This is an awesome high converting curriculum. Okay. So it's not about simply recording what you know. It's about giving an experience to your target audience because they are in the online world. They should feel connected with you. They should be excited to watch your next video. It should be not one more another session video for them, right? So that is why, what is the blueprint? You will have to do welcome and context setting on day one. Do it for 2 to 3 minutes. Your each day should not be more than 30 to 40 minutes. This whole course can be minimum 2 hours. If any one of you have bought Mindvalley programs, they say a 30-day program or 60-day program, but you look at the overall contents of the program, duration is not more than two hours. 30-day, but not more than 2 hours, because I have bought many Mindvalley programs. Okay, so that is why I'm learning from the best and sharing with the rest. I have invested lakhs, but I'm giving it to you free. Make the most of it, guys. Okay. Yes. So what you have to do is, yeah. not more than 30 or 40 minutes a day. Your tripwire can be anywhere from 90 minutes to 2 hours. So welcome message, context setting, what they can expect in these 3 days with you, right? Why people need your course. So on day, or your second video will be why they should be going through this course. Though the sales have already been made, but now you go into a little more depth here, that why they should be completing this course or doing this course. And then you will have to give the whole overview of each topic that you will cover in across these 3 days, an overview. Okay, then ask them to do some external research work. Okay, and then you also can have optional, this is inspirational video, or there is some, if your course is related to any goal setting, make them do goal setting exercise. Okay, this is the day one. And what are IBCs? IBCs are insight byte concept. KBC were knowledge byte concept. So in your building influence, in your free stuff, you have knowledge bytes, right? But your more detailed insights will become your it will become your insights, and your insights should be part of the tripwire. So now again, same way, write the 3 insight bytes that you will be covering for each topic. So in welcome, you can say that, okay, grateful for your purchase. Okay. And then you can, some more things that you want to add. Okay. I really don't have 2, 3 pointers for that, but why people need the course, you will, for your content, you will have. All right. So after each, whenever you end the video, always end with a call to action, which is comment on the section below. How was the session for you? In welcome video, you cannot have a call to action. You can have that call to action can be, okay, I look forward to seeing you in the next video. In the meantime, why don't you create a new journal for this particular course? Call to action, right? So just try to make less than 10 minutes videos. Keep it below 10 minutes. I've given some ideas here. It can be more 6 minutes, 4 minutes, 5 minutes, 10 minutes. Keep it less than, each day 30 to 40 minutes, not more than that, because people can chew only bite-sized information online when you are not there with them. A 5-minute video can contain lot of, I shared with you that create and sell online courses, right? My 12-minute video is such a crisp, it gives the complete framework in those 12 minutes. I don't know how many of you have gone through that. The Women Economic Forum where I gave that talk, right? So I had posted it on YouTube and I was getting a lot of views on that. Then I thought, why waste my views? I actually made a mini course out of it. And now I've put it on my website as a lead magnet, so that anybody wants to understand that, at least I know that who is going through it, and I can engage and nurture with them and take them to next step in my customer journey. Okay. So your day one welcome context setting. Yes, Wasim. Yeah. So and many people had downloaded that. I know who all have downloaded, but I'm not remembering the name up front. I mean, not downloaded, they access the course, they registered for that free course, right? So welcome context setting. Yeah. Then why people need the course, and each video to end with have three insightful bites to keep your video short and crisp, your content, your course short and crisp. Okay. Now what I am sharing this is not relevant to school teachers or subject matter teachers, a math teacher or a science teacher, or school. Why you will have a different approach. This is mostly for life coaches, spiritual coaches, mindset coach, fitness coaches, and all. But even you can have this, because when parents want to see what you can do with the child, if you can create a low ticket product and you are a good teacher, they can make a decision to go with your full offering. How when you offline, when somebody wants you to take tuitions, they want to experiment with you with one class, demo class, right? So you can create a how you can create a small course of which is a demo of your offerings to the student parent. One topic that you do very well, you can have a 30-minute demo or a 1-hour demo video for them. Give it to them. Give it to them free. Okay. That go through it, and if you want, then you can sign up for my full 9th grade full math. So there is a different approach for school teachers and subject matter expertise and technical people. But because I am taking from a perspective of, a lot of life coaches and spiritual coaches, teachers, trainer, speaker, coaches, consultant, this is the format for them. But subject matter expertise, when music, learning music, dance, handwriting, there is a different approach to it. So we can still work out something, but it is very, very specific to your need. And I can't talk about each of you here. It is a generic stuff. Take ideas, what works for you. Okay. Now, for after each video, you have three points to cover in that, which are insight bites. Inside, and why we are saying bites, BYTES. Every time I'm talking about wisdom bites, knowledge bites, or insight bites, because you have to give info, the knowledge or insight or wisdom in smaller chunks, chota chota. Why? Because people can absorb only that much when they are online and you're not live with them. Because they will complete your course. It's only 5 minutes. No, let me complete. You only see, looking at yesterday's 3 hours, 7 minutes, how many of you would have actually opened that video? Oh, 3 hours, my God, I don't have. But if I concise everything in 10 minutes, everybody will finish it, right? So every video will have 3 insight bites, a call to action. When you end, always give a call to action. Okay. Right, if you're making a video, subscribe to my channel, comment here, watch another video, something like that. If you are in the learning management system, give them exercises, call to action. Ask them if you see, I also end with call to action. Can you please go and review on my Google page? Could you write your reviews on the Facebook campaign? Call to action. Because people are so busy in their stuff that very few people, it occurs proactively to do that. In my last batch, there were 3 people who proactively went and posted on the Facebook campaign. I didn't ask also. On day 1, day 2, they went and did it. Dr. Prakash, Deepak ji, Deepak Khanna ji. So they had all on their own did that. It feels so good, right? But then I realized, wow, this is something even my agency told me, and I also realized that it is good to have reviews on the campaign because they are getting lost here in the chat box. So why not direct people there? So my call to action is, which I'm making it optional and not obligatory again, right? If you want to give, instead of sharing it here, why don't you share it there? Because it will help others take decision, help me also build my presence, because you will need to do this with your tribe also, right? So take ideas, okay? So yeah, done. Welcome, context setting, why people need your course, overview of your course, and then research work, some external research work, and then some inspirational video or goal setting exercise. This is the suggested format. Okay, then day 2, you can actually talk about what are the, everybody requires some skills. Here on day 1, basically you are doing when you say why people need the course, you are basically doing mindset shifts. Okay, mindset shifts you are doing here. Okay, related to your course. When on day 2, you are telling them what are the skills they need. Okay, and with this in goal setting videos and etc., this is your research work. These are your tools. Remember, I spoke about the system. So these becomes your tools. Whatever tools you have decided, I'm connecting all the pieces very beautifully for you. Okay, this was not done in other batches. It is simply flowing here. Okay. Now your main course, this is your strategy. Why this main, your overview of your course is your main strategy, your content, right? This is, I'll put these, I generally put whatever I have to share, I put under strategies. Okay. So see, I told all your system will finally boil down into mindset shift, strategies, tools. Okay, there was one more. Mindset shift, strategies, tools, and there was one more thing. What was it? I don't remember now. Okay, so yeah, so do that. Okay, skills. We started there and we forgot skills, right? So day 2, you will cover skills. Then this is your strategies, which is your main knowledge, right? I don't have to write all this because this will unnecessarily confuse people, but I'm just, I will change that. Okay, I'm not going to, just listen to this because unnecessary, too many things we are discussing. I'm giving you too much too early. Okay. So what are the skills that you need to develop? Because there are a lot of people who don't come in the journey ahead and they want to be on their own for whatsoever reason they have. So, but I don't want you to be stuck. I want you to keep moving. So absorb as much you can, apply as much you can. Okay, if you want to be on your own, fine. So what are the skills you need? Then you give your main insight bites and then practical actions to take for the day. Okay, what they can do for the day. You have to give some action items to them related to the skills required and your whatever knowledge bites, action implementation steps. Okay, because this is a conceptual offering. Your tripwire is not an implementation. So basically, you are giving people a glimpse into your knowledge and the experience they can get with you with this course. The action, when people need to take actions, it is an implementation course, which is your core product, which is a next product. Okay, outside the scope of this program. Yeah. Sujata, you raised your hand, lower it. I saw that. I will allow you to speak. Let me finish this. Okay. Now, yeah. Then day 3, you will be covering journey to the desired goal, what it takes, right? That how they can come along with you from from here to your next offering, what it takes. Okay. So basically, it's not a sales pitch. You are trying to seed your level 2 here. It's called seeding. Okay. You are must be seeding throughout, but here it becomes more important. See, there are a lot of things here. Now this is going very technical for some of you. Bear with me, but I have to share what I have to share. Okay. Then you give the knowledge bites, and then you end your tripwire on a high. No, excuse me. End your tripwire on a high. End it on a high. Then there are other videos that I recommend, which is called a bridging video, which is a sales pitch to your next offering in an automated manner. But these are all advanced stuff. So keep it for your reference. It is not applicable unless you have created the tripwire. There is no point. But you're creating a tripwire. I want you to orient yourself to a bridge video, which is a sales video between your first course and the second course. First course tripwire is a conceptual offering. Second course core product is an implementation offering. So you have to invite people to shift from just this concept to implementation. Then you will make your sales pitch. You will give them an offer. You will tell them what all will be covered and etc. etc. Right? So it is important to keep your sales pitch outside the content. That is why I'm not keeping it inside it. I'm calling it a bridge video, a connecting video. Okay. And then you can have extra section. Now all these things will come on your learning management system, or you can see there are a lot of things here. If you want to come full-fledged, you should be on a learning management system. If you don't want to invest in systems and you want to start earning from next week, you can use YouTube. And one day at a time, the way I am giving you the videos, you can do like that. Okay. How my introduction video is my ETR, earn the right video. Right. So you in your course itself, you can have a separate video, and on the welcome and context setting, I was discussing the 3 pointers, right? I just said that gratitude for purchase, that was the 1 point. Second point could be, if you want to know more about me, direct them to the ETR video. And if you want to say how students have benefited, have testimonial videos. So these are the 3 things you are going to cover in the welcome note. That you are expressing your gratitude to them for making a purchase from you. Okay, you can also appreciate your audience. Appreciate them for taking this decision to be with you. Okay, and genuinely feel that it's just not doing lip service and using words and doing honey talk. Don't do honey talk if you don't mean it. Okay, feel every word. When I say I'm grateful to your purchase, I'm really grateful to your purchase, and people can sense your intent. Not for the sake of saying I'm appreciating you or simply appreciating. I mean it. That is why, because my words are very important for me. Because one of the mission in my life is every word that comes out of this mouth should add value in someone's life, and for that I have to be transparent and a person of high integrity, because then only this will happen. Otherwise, it does not happen. Okay, it is a huge existential gift. Okay, so yeah, then, and call to action will be check out the video, check out the videos in the extra section or something like that, right? So this is how you do the stuff. Okay, now we are not going to be covering bonuses and all relevant bonuses. These are outside the scope of this program. There's a lot, as you see, this is an ocean by itself. I hope you see that. Okay, there's a lot to cover in this space. This is simply we are setting the foundation right. And now we have to build skyscraper. If the foundation is right, you can build skyscraper on this. If your foundation is weak, can you build a skyscraper on sand? No, it will collapse. And that is the challenge, because your pieces are not connecting. There is no clarity in what you are talking, because you are talking keeping in mind different target audience, and everything comes out mixed. It does not make an impact that it should be making when you make an offer, or when you are selling your offering. Okay, whenever, because I will have to use the word selling here, but interpret is it as serving. Okay, so that's about it. So I'm going to be sharing both the templates with you. So let me summarize everything very quickly. How to create an awesome content bank, high converting content bank, which will not only help you build your influence, it will also help you create your high converting course. The approach for subject matter teachers, technical subject matters, is a little different. But for most of the people who are generally teachers, speaker, trainer, teachers, coaches, consultants, this is the format. Okay, this is a recommended format, because in the online world, you have to first give people a glimpse into what you can do with that. So first you have to open the doors, and for that you do webinars, right? But we do one webinar and we expect people to buy from us. And if people are not, we feel nothing is happening, nobody is buying, right? People are still have not, they are still not ready to buy from you, right? So then when you after that you can you have, if somebody is interested, you can, instead of directly asking them 20,000, 30,000 upfront, 50,000, and nobody will take out online that much money, even if you're best in the world, right? I mean, even for, I mean, people are taking out money for big names in the industry, but for not so known names, it is very difficult, right? So you have to give them a glimpse with a low ticket offering. It is not, everybody start questioning, how will I make profit if I sell at this? Give first, then gain. Okay, so you have to let them know what is your capability, what you can do with them, exactly what I'm doing with all of you right here, right? Give them a glimpse into what is possible, right, with a low ticket offering. That is opening that's not business, it is giving. And giving in such a way, I know 80-20% rule is applicable everywhere, right? So I know how many of you will come on this journey with me ahead, right? So I want to give as much as possible, because whoever has showed up, whoever has, I opened the doors into my world and you walked in. So I want to give you the most benefit out of it, right? Makes sense so far? So let me summarize. So from your gain, from first you write down the pain, because then you are resolving them with your solution and your customers gain. From the 10 the gain points that you have written, you make a content bank. You pick all those each gain point, and write 10 relevant questions. Relevant means what people are asking right now. And then through that you build your influence, through that you get content for your high converting course as well. Because when you are building your influence and when you engage with people, when you come on live on Facebook, people give you more into what is their real challenge, then you know that, okay, if I make a course with these topics, it is because a lot of people are asking for this, it makes more sense to include these topics in my course, rather than thinking what people need. Don't make assumptions about what people need. Never make assumptions, because it is always better to check with an expert, or do your validation with your target network. Okay, and I already said, whom are you taking the inputs from, advice from, reviews from? Somebody who is your peer or somebody who's ahead of you? What makes sense? Whom should you be taking advice from? If you want to win big before you begin, whom should you be taking advice from? Someone who is already walking the path, someone who is ahead of you. Type in the chat box, ahead of me, ahead of me, AOM, ahead of me, if you believe. Or if you think your neighbors will help you answer these questions. Your target audience will only give you the challenges they are facing. But there is a lot more brainstorming and strategy that needs to come, right? So for example, I'm going to take a very raw example. So if you are having a problem in your household with your husband or with your spouse, so will you ask your driver or house help that, I'm facing challenges with my relationship with my husband, what do you think? Or will you look up to someone who is having an awesome relationship with their spouse to guide you? So it depends on whom are you taking advice from, whom are you taking suggestions from, recommendations from. Have they earned the right to give you the recommendations? And should you be applying their recommendation only on theory purpose, on just because it came out very good, what they spoke looked good, sounded good? No, right? Yes, Vishwapriya is saying AOM, Aman is saying AOM, Vasim AOM, Sujata AOM, Vinita AOM, ahead of me, Romita, Suresh, very good. Today's session has been a gold mine, Aman, awesome, all right. So your knowledge is gold, okay, guys? That is why I'm calling it the KDM business model, because I have a jewelry, I'm into jewelry business also, gold and diamond. So there is a metal called KDM, CADIUM, KDM. Okay, so when I came up with this KDM business model, which is knowledge, digitization, and monetization, what I believe is your knowledge, which is all in here with your experience and whatever you have done in life, is gold. And gold is malleable, soft. Gold on its own cannot be converted into jewelry. Correct? To convert gold into jewelry, there is an alloy that needs to be put into gold, and then beautiful jewelry comes out, which you can adorn, which is tangible. Gold as such, though it is tangible, but it is malleable, right? So now this metal cadmium is 8%. In 92% gold, your knowledge is 92% gold. You just need this KDM system, 8%, right? Then beautiful products will come out, which can be adorned by your target audience clients. That is why my model is KDM. It's like it just simply flowed through. That is why the business model that I'm sharing with you is gold business model, because you are gold, your knowledge is gold. Your knowledge, which will become insights and wisdom, which are already insights, deep insights and wisdom for some of you. 25 years of work experience, 23 years of work experience, 27 years of experience, retired. You have seen enough in life. Your insights and wisdoms can guide someone who is in need. So what you are carrying in here is all intangible gold. Use this KDM business model and create valuable products which can be adorned by the world, people who need it from you. There is always a student for you. Okay. It's up to you whether you want 10, 50, 100,000, 1 lakh, 1 million, 1 billion, all 7.2 billion people on this planet. How much is your capacity? Okay. Okay. So I think that's all for me today. I just need water, guys. From long time I'm sorry. For a long time I'm thirsty and I didn't keep the water handy. So give me a moment. I'm going to mute, and by the time you can just write in the chat box, what are the top takeaways for today's session? What are the top takeaways that you got from today's sessions? What have been your insights? And again, I request you, I'll be sharing the Facebook link in the WhatsApp group. Kindly go and share your insights. If you simply give a 5-star rating, it doesn't mean anything, right? Why are you giving that 5-star rating is important, right? In Google also it gives a comment section. So if you can spend little time elaborating on, what were you struggling with, how the sessions have helped you, what is it that you came looking for, what has been your experience with me, something, which you really feel, genuinely feel like writing, which can not only, it will make me feel good, I will feel valued, I will feel that it's worth the time that I'm giving all of you. And that is what I will get. What you will get visibility. Somebody sees your article, they go and click on your profile and they want to connect with you, you get that. Somebody looks at your comment and they are going through same challenges and they want to check this program out. So it's a win-win arrangement for everyone. That is why I'm saying it's optional. It's not obligatory. Unless you feel like doing it, don't do it. Don't be obligated to do it. If you lovingly, if you want to show your love to me for whatever you have received from me, I really request your comments on my campaign, on the Google review form. In Facebook has recently started review of the page itself, so I don't have any ratings there. I will show you how to. I will give a write up on the WhatsApp group how you can go and give rating there. So because if you believe my work has to reach many people, because I want to reach as many people as possible, 1 billion people, the entire humanity. Okay, all that, everybody's carrying some, not for the knowledge program, but for my spiritual offerings. Okay, which is very dear to me. So I really seek your support. I need your help. I'm asking for your support. If you think that my sessions help you, you get a lot of value, and you have huge savings for you. Give is not necessarily in the form of money. I have been saying that your your words, your intentions, your blessings, that are also give. It does not cost money. Okay, so thank you so much. That's all I had to share for today. So hold on, I'm going to stop my video and mute, and I'm going to drink water. So give me 2 minutes. In the meantime, you guys can write down, what was most aha moment for you in today's session. Okay. Right. So now I want to know, what are your real challenges? So we have discussed all the challenges. Now, after your 4 days with me, I want to know, what exactly do you see as your challenge? Okay. I want to see what exactly you see as your